Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Washington Redskins. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do this. Check safety, check safety. Sponge.
H3, 218, chopper.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch safety green. Watch safety.
Protein spin.
They run. Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Check 4.
They hand off to the big tight end. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. He's mine.
One.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey. Check 3.
On second down, Cook. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Shit.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tackle. Check.
From the gun, Love. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Love. Down to the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for 24 yards.
First down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He's got his rookie tight end, that's Irv Smith Jr. He knocks him back, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Who that? Check. No.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
First quarter with the score Vikings 7, Redskins 0.
Out out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Geis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 48-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's not going to get me. Patch it.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside deal. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
At the 17-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch the screen. Whip. Watch the whip. With that. Three. Check it.
Mariota setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, We step aside. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call.
3. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
From the gun, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Minnesota.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Taken from just outside the 30. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check home. Check 99.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Check. Lucky. One. He's checking crab.
They go play action. Mariota. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the ground, it's Cook. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
third down. Dalvin Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I'm here all day. Chance, watch that. He's coming. Double up. Blue dot Porkers.
Now Cook. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Looking to throw on second down. Mariota lets it fly for Thielen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. The final shot before break. Love. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of the coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Second and 14. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the coordinator, Anthony Barr. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 28-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Under 10, under 10. One.
A 10th carry in the game for Cole. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
I got you. One. 56 to Mike. 51.
Mariota. Caught here by Conley. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Let's get it.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go, baby.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Second and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. They'll have a first down past the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Geis. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff down to Geis. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Get ready.
From the gun, Love. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. They're going to take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Well, he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check 56. Check 52. Slam.
Again, it's Cook. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms. Ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Vikings on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The end result, 21 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back. You're down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Hey, alert 3.
Play fake. Mariota. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got you. I got you, son. Check 31.
Throwing. Mariota. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
No. Mark 55.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
16.
They'll try and get it with Dice. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Love firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Back to throw. Love. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Vikings 10. Redskins
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The
Let's go!
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Safety's creeping. Check. Fresno. 3. Check 4. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Now Mariota. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Matthew Ioannidis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They run the counter with Cook, and he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield.
At the 50-yard line.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Geis will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Easy work. It's easy work.
Second and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Check three. Check three. Check.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
They're going to need some help.
Back to throw. They can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's make these babies grow. Check. Check. Hot. Hey, watch it.
On 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Watch the slant.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Cook, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
I know you feel
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Redskins' 40-yard line.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Vikings, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.